Hey guys, so I'm back in the UK, just stopped off my favourite McDonald's, tried out my MCO card for the very first time, never used it before. I don't know why, it's just sat in the safe for years, one of these metal ones, very cool. If you don't already have sort of like an on-off ramp for getting Bitcoin in and out of pounds, I gotta say, MCO, great alternative to Wirex. I've been using Wirex for years. That's a great alternative. MCO, link down below. For those of you that saw my last video, you'll know about my wing mirror that got knocked off over in the Isle of Man. So that's now all fixed, got a brand new one chucked on there. And I'm just here sorting out a few things and trying to organise moving out to the Isle of Man, moving not just my entire family but all of our business as well. And it's a little bit complicated. It's going to take a while, which is why I've decided to just give everybody on the platform which has bought like a year's membership or something within the last year, we're just going to extend everybody's memberships for another 12 months absolutely free, because it has been a lot of upheaval. I know last year didn't really go according to plan. You know, Bitcoin never hit the 200,000 mark that everybody was expecting. Everything was a bit of a letdown. So we just thought that with that and us moving and not really getting the development done that we really wanted to get done, being let down by outsourcers, having employees that we had leave over the COVID period and never come back, all of that type of stuff has just really sort of been a letdown for us over the last year. So we decided to give absolutely everybody a 3 year's worth of membership. Plus, I've got even more to share with you. You see, last week when I was out in the Isle of Man, I was chatting with this guy from the government from Digital Isle of Man, and he set me up with some guys from the FSA. That's not the FCA like here in the UK, but the FSA is the Isle of Man's version. And what we're going to be doing is talking with them to get registered with the FSA, not because of what we're doing now requires regulation, but because we've got some other plans which will be coming out over the next year. And we're going to be talking about how we can sort of implement those now that we'll be set up in the Isle of Man. Back when I was a kid, this is where I lived, and this bus stop here used to be absolutely filled with loads and loads of little plaques, just kind of like this one, about how this was the best kept little village in South Wales. Sadly though, over the last 20 to 30 years, the UK has gone down pretty rapidly. And today, it just seems to be rubbish everywhere. So the quality of life, as I said in the last video, here in the UK is just not what it used to be. Would you be willing to pay 20, 30, maybe 50 or more £1,000 per year in capital gains taxes and corporation tax and all of this type of stuff just for the privilege to live here? I think when you weigh up the cost benefit analysis of living in the UK and whether or not it's actually worth the money to live here in the UK, i.e. how much it costs in taxes to live here, is it really worth it? But don't get me wrong, I am gonna really miss Swansea. It's a great place. There's lots and lots of things to do around here. I particularly like all of the little bike paths and the running paths that you can go on. There is just so many little pathways being built by the council, and they're really great. And I haven't really seen that much in the Isle of Man, or at least not that I've noticed just yet. And then guys, there is the crime. So every single week we send these tubes off to wherever you are in the world when you sign up as a Master Ninja over on our website. These contain the posters here that you see behind me, the periodic tables, cryptocurrencies, little booklet on all the sort of stuff we do, the strategies, etc. And a couple of other little surprises as well. So the post office that we actually use to send these off every single week has been the victim of armed robbery 2 times in the last 2 years. This was unheard of 20, 30 years around here. You did not get that at all. Murder used to be something you only saw on the TV, only saw in like Hollywood movies, that sort of thing. It didn't seem to happen in real life. But over the last few years, there are more and more murders around here, whereas in the Isle of Man, crime is pretty much non-existent. So if when you do a cost-benefit analysis of wherever it is that you live in the world and you find that maybe the quality of life doesn't quite meet the amount of money that you need to pay in taxes in order to live there, then you might find that somewhere like the Isle of Man maybe offers a little bit more, and that's where we're hoping to be able to help you guys particularly if you're Muck Club members, to be able to transition over and actually start living in the Isle of Man. Or if you're happy where you are, but you actually want to set up a business in the Isle of Man, then we're hoping again to be able to help you guys do that as well. So that's it guys, just a quick little update video this week. I've been super busy, we've got so much to do with this move and everything. As you can see right now, I'm back in the normal office here in Swansea. Next week, I'm being back out to the Isle of Man again. That is it for me for this week, and I'll see you again in the next video.